Hello everyone, I'm Brian. Today I'm going to be reacting to 4 tips to live a spectacular life, Sadhguru. So, I think this is something that we all need, well, especially in some trying times. So anyways, I don't know anything about this, so we're going to give it a shot. Yeah, I guess. I forget. I guess I was gonna try to guess what the 4 tips would be, and I guess this would definitely be one of them for sure. Let me try guessing. Fall in love, that's I already give away, so I can't really guess that. I mean, a successful life can mean anything to anyone. That's being in love, in your work, in your relationships. So, I guess it needs to be a little bit more specific. Be successful in love, work, relationships, and I don't know what the 4th one would be. But I think those are at least 3 solid ones.
Love is not an instrument of convenience. It is a process of self-annihilation.
Uh-oh.
Are you ready, in some way, to fall apart? You know, falling in love, it means something of you should fall. So, we need to understand this. If something larger than yourself need to happen to you, what you have made yourself to be, that is your creation, should fall apart. Only then something of the Creator's creation will touch you. To be in love means just that it is not about your thought and emotion. A dimension beyond you has become a part of you. If it matures, it becomes devotion. If it further matures, it leads to dissolution. So, may we be blessed with this possibility that something beyond you happens to you.
Ooh, that's I'd have to watch it a couple of times to fully understand that. It almost sounded like he says that it's a destruction of you, which I think he did say that. But I guess I am wanting to know a little bit more details about it so I can better understand it. So falling in love is generally you find someone that will follow the same path as you, or both of you have the same path. That way there's no hindrance in the path that you're going for. I want to ride the waves of life. Okay.
Life is a fabulous phenomenon for one who knows how to ride it, one who knows how to ride a wave. You can see how fantastic and fabulous it is. One who does not learn how to ride it will get crushed by it, threatened by it. A really good wave rider, his dream would be a tsunami.
Yes.
What everybody thinks is great danger, he would like to ride that. So it is just a question of skill and competence. This is what spiritual sadhana is about. Spirituality is not a disability, it's a tremendous empowerment. If you do the right amount of work with yourself, you can ride any wave of life, in whichever form it comes. It is my wish and my blessing, every one of you should become wave riders. Whatever life throws at you, you should be able to ride it and know the joy of living, because this is a limited amount of time.
And I do try to do that. I mean, I do understand there's a saying, at least in survival, that I've learned is that you don't fight against nature, otherwise you'll lose, because nature is nature and it'll always be whatever it is. Don't fight it, but even though we do in a sense kind of fight it, but just learn about it and, I guess, like he is saying, ride its waves. And I do try to do that in life. And wave riders. Okay, unchain yourself from anger. Okay, so none of the clues that I've said actually so far is in these tips. But yes, not being angry or hatred is definitely, that is definitely a good life actually. And I do try not to be. There's not too many things that gets me angry in life, and I try to understand why. When I get a better understanding of something, I don't become angry. That's why I always try to understand things. Especially if people are angry at me, I try to understand why. And then most of the time, I don't understand why people are angry. I kind of come up with assumptions to help me better understand it, but whether it's right or wrong, who knows, because you can talk to the person, and if they just hate you or just angry at you, you don't know if they're telling the truth or not.
Anger is not action, it's just a reaction. In a state of reaction, you naturally are in a state of enslavement. We need to understand this. When something other than the deepest core of yourself determines what you do and how you are, that's enslavement. Well, anger is a sure way of being enslaved, but a whole lot of people think anger is a kind of empowerment. Yes, if you have donkeys around you, you might have produced some results with anger, but you tried every day. After some time, nobody will be around you.
Okay, yeah, I guess I never really thought about anger that way as an enslavement, and it is a type of power, but it's a destructive power, and like you said at the end, you know, it is can be a power, but eventually people are going to leave you because of that, and no one's going to like you. Make your experiences in life pleasant throughout inner engineering. Okay, so a lot of people have said that to me, and I definitely got to look it up. So none of the tips that I said ended up in this video. I was completely wrong. I could only think of 3. So, but anger is actually a really good one. I should have known that. Riding the waves is actually a really good one too, and it's something that I did think about some time ago, but never really came up. You don't generally want to keep constantly fighting in life. There are going to be some battles that you'll have to fight, but the less the better, and pick your battles as well. So inner engineering, jeez, I can't say that word.
Who you are is entirely your making, so at least the way you are should be to your liking. If you're not even to your liking, why should the rest of the world suffer you? This one thing you must do, this is a fundamental responsibility, and this is something that you deserve, that you must be to your liking. That means, at least when you're alone, you are well. When we deal with the world, there are many challenges, but at least when you're alone, you must be a wonderful happening. This is something you must do. This is what spiritual process means, that you made yourself to your own liking. Well, some people will like you, some people will not like you, but if you're not to your liking, then what is the point? This is what karma means, that your life is your making. Make it happen, that your life is pleasant in experience to yourself. Once that happens, you will see, in some way you will be to everybody's liking. There'll always be some people who dislike everything. It's all right, it's their freedom to do that.
Yes.
But the most important thing is
Did you like
that
yourself?
you're happening the way you want yourself to be. Let's make it happen. Inner engineering, I'm telling you. You must engineer yourself the way you want. Otherwise, what's the point of living here?
Okay, so actually I've heard this in another video I watched. It's a it's a relationship video, and basically the saying there was, work on yourself first, and then the women will come for you. But it is true to a degree that you must focus on yourself. You must get yourself healthy, work on your financial situation. Make sure you're stable in life. This is kind of, in a sense, a little bit similar, where you have to work on yourself. Make sure that you like yourself, because if you don't like yourself, then you can't expect anyone else to like you. And I guess this is kind of a following that I kind of believe in is generally be nice to others. You know, you don't have to be rude to them at first. Just be nice. Start off nice, and then from there the relationship will develop into something good or something bad. And for some weird reason today at work, someone said thank you for being nice. I was kind of weirded out by that because they never said that before. I don't know why they said that, but I'll leave it be. And plus, you know, you'll have a happier life if you're pleasant with everyone and everyone else is pleasant with you. So I kind of have that perspective on what he last said too with the inner engineering. Jeez. Because again, if you are pleasant and you be pleasant with everyone else, then everyone else, well, not everyone else, but most people will be pleasant with you, and then you'll have a pleasant outcome. Not everyone's gonna like you, and I do understand that, but again, always start off being treat everyone pleasantly at first, and then from there see where it goes. And I do believe in treating others the way you want to be treated, so that's why I always start off pleasant. There's always a certain level of trust that you give the people. You don't trust them with your money or your cell phone, but there's a certain level of trust you have to give, you have to develop first and foremost, and then the relationship develops from there. Let's see. What else he has to say about this? So that's weird. Love is a process of annihilation, but he says inhalation, I think. Self-annihilation. Self-destructive. Usually that means something bad, but I'm sure there's a different meaning. I like contradictory terms where, like I said, a contradictory term would be this is our I want to change the word heaven to this is our paradise. If you look around the world, you would not think this is paradise, but if we make this place a pleasant place, it can be our paradise. That's why I like the term this is our paradise, because it's kind of contradictory when you look at the world and what's going on around it. That is true though, what it says there. Yeah, I mean, the less you're fighting with the wave, the easier life will be. State of reaction is a state of enslavement. Wow. I never honestly thought about it that way. I've always thought about anger as a destructive power, but I never thought about it as being something of enslavement, which is a very interesting way to look at that, actually. That is a very interesting way of looking at that. Wow. And then the last one. Who you are is your making. Once you understand this, at least you must make yourself to your own liking. Which I do agree. I guess I need to look at videos that has inner engineering, if I can freaking say that word correctly every time, and just see what else I can learn about it, because I don't know what inner engineering is, but I do know that how do I say this? I build myself up to be a nice person, a pleasant person. I try to be nice, I try to be pleasant, but the relationship could always go sour, and that all depends on action that both me and the person is doing. So I always hope that it goes pleasant, because life is much easier when things are pleasant, but you can't be ignorant of the fact that there will be people out there who will try to take advantage of you. Being a nice person, you know, sometimes you get taken advantage of. I've been taken advantage of a few times. Luckily enough, I am a bit more cautious, but still be pleasant. Alright, I think that's all he might have to say here. There's a few more seconds left, so let's see. Okay, well, that's it. Alright, so that's my reaction to 4 tips to live a spectacular life, which are exactly very good tips. The 3 tips that I gave are good too, but clearly not the 4 tips that Sadhguru would say. My 4 tips, or my 2 tips aren't necessarily important. I think it's a little bit more valuable to live a happier life. Especially once you got the work pat down and whatever else I said. I can't remember now. Anyways, that's my reaction. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. Thumbs up, thumbs down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vid.